What is the best way to deal with a rude customer that keeps coming back? I don't care what anyone says, and this is my opinion. The customer is not always right. That does not mean that you need to be disrespectful to the customer if the customer is disrespecting you. But I can choose not to service you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, you should definitely subscribe because I'm a whole vibe, okay? Period. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a small business Q&A. I've wanted to do one of these for a while, and I'm like, you know what, it's time. So without further ado, please don't mind any noises that you may hear in the background because my daughter is home. But your girl got to do what your girl got to do so I can get this content for y'all, okay? Don't mind the nails, ooh. But let's gonna get right into this video. So one of the first questions that I received is, how do you draw customers to your business? And pretty simple, social media, but let me break it down. As small business owners, you have to take advantage of every single social media platform. Whether you have it or not, make an account. Get you a Twitter, of course, an Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest. You need all of it, okay? And for Pinterest, you will basically post pictures of your products. You can also post like your TikTok videos, any videos you make of your products on Pinterest. Add a little hashtag to it. Once you do that, you're going to start seeing some traffic on your website. I can say Pinterest does not bring you a lot of sales, but it does bring customers to your website, and you never know who's going to save your website. You never know who's going to tell someone else that they may know about your website. So I will still recommend Pinterest, okay? Twitter, I have a whole video on how to promote your business on Twitter, but basically you're looking for keywords in the search button. So if you sell lashes, I would search up, I need lashes, so you can see who needs lashes. Pretty much to sum that up. But like I said, I have videos on my channel that goes in depth. TikTok, I have a video about that as well. You just want to make sure your videos are good quality. You want to make sure you're using hashtags. You want to make sure that you're on trend. Okay, so try to incorporate your business into trends. Facebook. Growing up in New York, a lot of people have Facebook. But when I moved to Atlanta a couple years ago, I realized that y'all don't really use Facebook. So if you don't use Facebook, get on Facebook and join some of those Facebook groups. Because I'm telling y'all, it'd be hundreds and thousands of people in those Facebook groups. And those can all potentially be new customers, okay? There's small business groups, there's YouTube groups. And a lot of YouTube groups have small business days where you can post your business on those days. You just have to take advantage of social media and keep at it. So that's pretty much how I attract people to my website. The next question I receive is, what is the hardest thing about running a business? Honestly, that's kind of a hard one. I could give y'all two. One of the hardest things for me is dealing with so many personalities. Because I'm someone that's to myself, I would low-key say that I have social anxiety. It's not bad, but I like to stay to myself. I do not like confrontation. And sometimes as small business owners, we're going to get those customers that are rude, that try to get over on you. And I'm also a very nice person. So sometimes I struggle with that. I struggle with not being too nice. I struggle with not shutting down on people that are disrespectful to me. But we still need some type of resolution. You know, in certain situations, yeah, people are being disrespectful. But you have to get to some type of resolution. Even if the resolution is not in their favor, you still have to communicate properly as a business owner. But that's just a struggle for me, y'all, because I don't like confrontation. I am very much to myself all the time. I'm quiet. That's why I love being behind the scenes. So many people ask me why I don't do wig installs. I love being behind the scenes, so no. But, and the second hardest thing, I know you asked what's the hardest thing, but the second hardest thing I would definitely say is keeping up with all the problems that come up. There's so many problems that come up. Well, every once in a while. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, there's something every day. But every once in a while, there's something that comes up. Whether a package gets lost, whether your inventory is delayed because of like COVID. It's just stuff that comes up randomly are sometimes just so stressful. So those are like the two hardest things for me. The next question I received is, how did I create my logo? I have a whole video on it. I'm going to try to link these videos down below. I'm going to try to remember, y'all. Don't kill me. But I do have a small business playlist, and I'm pretty sure it's on there. But I made my logo, my very first logo, not this logo. This logo, I had a graphic designer make it. You can easily find graphic designers on Instagram. Use those hashtags. But before I found an image off of Google, which is something that I don't recommend you do, or you should see if the image is trademarked first before you do it. But I found an image on Google, and I just pretty much made my own logo. It's kind of hard to explain, but I did a whole video on it. Next question, which really isn't a question, but it's more of advice. So I definitely want to give advice as well. So she said, I have no motivation. What should I do to continue my business? honestly, if you need to take a break, take a break. I even took a break in the very beginning when I first started my business. I took some time to brainstorm new ideas, get new inventory, work on my business behind the scenes, and then I continue my business. So you can definitely do that if you need to. But if you feel like you do not need a mental break, I will honestly say just continue to think of the end goal. It took me a long time to get where I am, and I'm still not where I want to be, but it took a while. It takes a while, and I want y'all to understand that not everyone blows up overnight. You just kind of have to continue to remind yourself that if you quit or if you stop, your business is not going to make it anywhere. But if you keep pushing, you never know a month from now, 2 months from now, where your business is going to be, how much money you're going to make, how successful you're going to be. You just have to keep telling yourself that success does not happen overnight, and you have to keep pushing so that you can reach it. Because I'm telling y'all, I've been there where you just made absolutely no sales, none whatsoever. You just got to grind. Like I said, take a mental break if you need to, and when you finish with that mental break, you need to come back with ideas, with new inventory, with the mindset that I'm gonna get on every single social media platform, I don't know, for an hour a day, 2 hours a day, and promote my business. That's just what you have to do. So I hope that helped. If you want a one-on-one with me, I have a mentorship program, and I offer buy now, pay later for it. So you should definitely check that out. But you just got to keep pushing and focus on that end goal. Like, you're going to get where you want to go. You just have to keep pushing. The next question that I received is, how did I mentally prepare myself? Honestly, in the beginning, I did not mentally prepare myself because I did not know what to expect. But since I know what to expect, once again, to give you guys advice, when you're starting a business, or even if you're just in the beginning and you just have not experienced certain things yet, please keep in the back of your mind that not everyone is going to be happy with your products. Not everyone is going to agree with your policy. Not everyone is going to be satisfied. You cannot satisfy everyone. You need to also have it in the back of your head that things can go wrong at any time. So try not to stress yourself out when they do. Try and take certain precautions ahead of time. For example, I know how bad shipping delays have been, which is why there's a turnaround time on my website for certain products. You just kind of have to have an open mind. You have to know that things can go wrong at any time, because when you're running a business, not everything is on you. You have to depend on other people. Sometimes, for example, the post office, you cannot deliver the packages yourself. So it's just stuff like that. So that's honestly how I would say you can mentally prepare. I feel like when you're starting a business, it's a lot that you just have to experience. Next question, I believe she's basically asking, how do you ship products without a website? As always, I recommend you getting a website. A lot of people are not going to want to shop with you if you do not have a website. Some customers really do get turned away if you do not have a website. There's so many people out here nowadays scamming. So sometimes when they see a website, they're more likely to purchase from you. I know you have to start off somewhere, and sometimes I know certain people don't want to pay for a website if they're not getting enough customers. There are some website platforms that you do not have to pay for. Let me put that out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think BitCartel is free. But anyway, you can print shipping labels off online. USPS has something called Click and Ship where you can print your labels out online. So obviously you will ask your customers for their name, their address, and on your own time you will transfer their information into the USPS Click and Ship system online, and you'll be able to print out a shipping label with a regular printer. I believe you can do that with UPS as well. And of course, if you don't have a printer, you can always go inside the post office and either use their self-service kiosk, or you have to actually wait online and have the people that work at the post office manually print out your shipping labels. And y'all, once your business gets big, you're not going to want to do that. But when you're starting off and you're getting a few orders here and there, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't mind that. Just get to the post office early before everybody get there. But yeah, that's pretty much how you would do that. I think I just have a couple more questions, y'all. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring. Y'all, this week has been so busy for me, so I have not really been able to vlog for y'all. Y'all know I usually get vlogs on Saturday. I apologize. The next question I received is, what is the best way to deal with a rude customer that keeps coming back? First of all, I believe there's a way to block people from purchasing from your site. And if you feel like she is that disrespectful, I would suggest that you do that. Every time she places an order, cancel. I understand it's money at the end of the day, but I feel like your peace of mind comes first. But that's just a suggestion. Anyways, if you're not willing to do that, honestly, continue to be respectful. Only respond to what you need to respond to. If it's something that you do not need to respond to, do not respond to it, okay? If the customer is being rude and getting off topic, you make sure that you stay on topic and ignore whatever it is that they said that was rude. I mean, honestly, all we can really do is continue to be respectful, because a customer will get your blood boiling and is the worst. I literally had a debate with one of my friends the other day because they told me that the customer is always right. They were like, how do you think Apple made it so big? How do you think this company and this company made it so big? Because their policy is the customer is always right. I don't care what anyone says, and this is my opinion. The customer is not always right. That does not mean that you need to be disrespectful to the customer if the customer is disrespecting you. But I can choose not to service you. I can choose to make sure that you don't have to purchase anything from me, again, because I am doing you a service. The customer is not always right in my eyes, and I can go on and on. I'm telling you, me and my friend were having a debate. I can go on and on. They are not. And sometimes until you own a business, you don't realize that they're not always right. And I understand the meaning behind the customer is always right, but no, sometimes you need to let a customer know, like, no. And I'm also not about to go back and forth with you. I do believe killing people with kindness, though. Somebody asked how I stay motivated. I've said this all the time. It's literally my daughter, because if I stop, she can't eat, you know. I pay the bills. So she's literally my motivation. Like, I can't stop. Also, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, not having to clock into a job is my motivation. I never liked that whole 9-to-5 stuff. People telling me when I can take off work and when I can't, what time I have to be at work. No, I always hated it. Like, I understand a lot of people that work 9-to-5s don't necessarily like that, but when I tell you I hated it, I knew I had to do something about it. But so it's my daughter and the fact that I never want to clock into a 9-to-5 again, so I gotta keep pushing, period. Next question is, what hard lessons has entrepreneurship taught me? Ooh, it's taught me consistency. I know y'all probably like, huh? But I was a very inconsistent person. Like, I am very indecisive. I'm very lazy, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And owning a business, like, you cannot be those things. Well, at least when it comes to your business, you can't be those things. So I definitely had to buckle down. I had to start, you know, getting a routine, checking my emails, because you cannot play about people's money. It doesn't seem too hard, but for me, it was definitely hard in the beginning. That's like the hardest lessons I could think of off the top of my head right now, y'all. Like, I'm just reading these questions now and answering them. Maybe if I think about it, I have something like really meaningful, but off the top of my head, that's all I could think of. Somebody said, I'm having a hard time coming up with a name for my business because I will be selling men's and women's products. Any tips? I'm not even gonna lie to you, I struggle with name of my business as well. I had my cousin tell me, I will call them my PR team in the very beginning, and I'm pretty sure that my PR team needs to get paid. I missed a few paychecks, so I apologize, y'all, but they actually helped me come up with my business name. Stuff like that is very hard for me because I'm not a very creative person, which I'm like the only one in my family. So stuff like that is really hard, but honestly, it can literally be your name and boutique. Like, try not to think too much into it. Like, if I wanted to sell clothes and stuff like that, it would probably be Damo's Boutique or Damo's Factory. Because I know sometimes when you're thinking too hard, it's just nothing comes to you. I would definitely say just try not to think too much about it, and it's going to come to you. It really is. Just ask friends, family, for any help that they can give you, any input. Just ask them, because that's honestly what I did. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I'm not creative at all. That gene skipped me and went to everybody else in my family, and I don't know. But anyways, hopefully this video isn't too long. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.